Long, long ago, two grey gods crawled through a rift into this world and found it warm, lush, and unclaimed. It lacked only worshippers, so these gods, the Famhair, gifted apes with thought, shaping them into a clever, violent race, humanity. Great civilizations soon spread across the world, bloodthirsty, cruel, and strong in magic. Then the Famhair turned their greedy eyes on Arborea and Canestia, the homes of the elves and dwarfs, who until then had hardly noticed the thinking apes or their gods. Thus began the All-War, as the elves and dwarves banded together to defeat the Famhair and their human armies. But the Famhair were unkillable. All that could be done was drive them back through the rift, and even this cost the old races. All their gods and heroes died closing it. Worse, the Famhair never stopped clawing at it from the void, rending the very fabric of the world. So, a song spell was made that would forever knit up the rift. And as punishment for their part in the war, a human king's daughter was enchanted so she might sing the song without food or rest for eternity. 1,000 years on, and the maiden is forgotten, but the whispers of the Famhair still invade the dreams of the ambitious, promising power and crimson glory. 3 times have evil men heeded that siren call and sought the rift. And 3 times have they been defeated by ragtag and unproven heroes. Today the whispers wake a new evil, more devious than those that came before. Who this time will stand against it? What heroes this time will rise?
A summer's day in Skarabrae became a wintry night. Foes from below, blood on the snow, bright crimson on white. A madman's story of ancient glory brought death from far away. For eldritch power did Mangar scour the depths of Skarabrae. Snow in summer, ice in my heart, death's cold fingers tear us apart. Snow in summer, ice in my heart, death's cold fingers tear us apart. Against Mangar's horde we took up.
The song I sing will tell the tale of a cold and wintry day, of castle walls and torchlit halls, and a price men had to pay. When evil fled and brave men bled, the Dark One came to stay, till men of old, for blood and gold, had rescued Skarabrae.
Ready?
Not hardly.
Hanging's too good for them!
This is only the beginning.
Thus, children, shall the Sword Father smite all who befriend the old races. Hail to Henrid!
He shall drive the elf and the dwarf back to their wretched holes. He shall burn the witches and warlocks who make pacts with them. He shall cut out the tongues of the bards who sing of them. For the Sword Father knows it is the followers of the old ways who are killing the people of Skara Brae, who are sacrificing us to their dark and bloody-handed gods.
Oh, that's a bad business. And no mistake.
I don't understand. What did they do? What was their crime?
Their crime? Existing was their crime. The Fatherites don't like our kind. Come on, before those paladins give us a second glance.
I'll give them a second glance. And maybe a...
Oh, here now! Save it! You'll only get yourself killed. And we need you. You're gonna save Skara Brae. You're looking at me like you think old Robbie's had a few too many. Well, maybe I have. But this is no drunkard's fancy. You've been in my dreams 7 nights now, and each one with the same end. You the hero, and me lost. They all start with some evil slithering out of the darkness, and you driving it back from whence it came. But I don't make it to the happy ever after. And there's a moment right at the end where you could save me, and instead you choose not to. You just turn away and leave me to be buried alive. Well, maybe that means I shouldn't trust you. But you're the best hope we've got. So I guess I'll just have to pray that part's not true. Anyway, hero, let's get back to the Adventurers Guild. I have a few words to say to the congregation. This way. You can't swing a cat in Skara Brae these days without hitting a paladin. Not that I'm prone to swinging cats.
Get your meat here!
Water from the lakes from which the blessed lady rose wards off elves, terrifies dwarves.
Protect yourself from monsters with a sword pendant, blessed by Bishop Henrid himself.
What a load of shite.
Always a few who'll take advantage of hard times.
No entry. Back off. Henrid's orders.
Hot soup! Delicious soup! Best soup you'll ever have!
More murder. I should...
There's nothing to be gained fighting the Fatherites head on. There's another way. At least, hope there is.
Hero! Think not, lest thou sin! Faith is all! Think not, lest thou sin! Report all witches! Report all heroes! Turn thou from superstition! Only the temple has the answers! Turn thou from superstition! Only the temple... Enter not into Scarabray below! Only evil dwells there! Laugh not at Trow! That is how they take thy soul! Purchase not from a dwarf! Thou wilt never stop paying! Block thy ears to the bard! They shall sing thy soul away! Song is seduction! Dance is depravity! Rhyme is ruin! Faith is all! The temple will protect you! Story is sedition! Venture not into Scarabray below! Bewarest thou heretics?
Nothing!
Faith is all! Death to the elves! Scorn thou the adventurer and the so-called hero! Think not, lest thou sin! Faith is all! Thunder! The temple will protect you! Report all witches! Report all heroes! Turn thou from superstition! Only the temple has the answers! The fair folk are not thy friends! Death to hell into Scarabray below! Only evil dwells there! Laugh not at Trow! That is how they take thy soul! Purchase not from a dwarf! Thou wilt never stop paying! Thunder! Block thy ears to the bard! They shall sing thy soul away! Song is seduction! The dance is depravity! Rhyme is ruin! Block thy ears to the bard! They shall sing thy soul away!
Why are you doing this? She's done nothing! Nothing!
Bewarest thou heretics?
Too much for you, eh?
Got a weak stomach?
You better get used to it.
All the Scarabray'll burn before these priests are through.
Aha! Come here for soup, have you? Well, soup is not an adequate description for what you'll be getting. You'll be getting fulfillment, joy, the tender embrace of your mother's arms. This is not just soup. It is a revelation, a liquid epiphany. Heaven by the spoonful. There is no question that this soup is good enough for you. The question you have to ask yourself is, am I good enough for this soup? No. On consideration, you are not good enough for this soup. Ruffians!
I've known some good trout, but not many. Adventurers saved this town. Round 'em up! That's what I say.
I've known elves, dwarves and trow all my life. Finest people around.
Seems like they're hanging anyone. They hanged my shoemaker last week.
He must have done something wrong. The temple knows what it's doing.
Cabbage, carrots, potatoes. Aye. Cabbage, carrots, and potatoes. Cabbage, carrots, potatoes. Aye.
I do feel sorry for the elves. Really, I do.
Shh! Don't say that out loud.
Here we are, the guild.
Oh, Rebby, a new recruit?
Rabbi!
Hey, Rab.
We are pleased you're safe.
Aye, me too. Bide here a bit. I'm going to say a few words.
There were more folk killed last night. Some great beast, they said.
And again, they blame us for it.
Something's brewing, that's for certain. I've heard the singing 3 times this month. 3 times!
But what is behind it? Who is behind it?
All right, quiet down, friends. I've something to say. What I just saw at Henred's hanging tree was the last straw. We can't just keep talking about doing something. We have to...
Do you hear that?
The Song of the Maiden. What does it foretell this time?
Arrest the heretics! Burn this den of evil to the ground!
This way, hero! Hurry!
You make me sick.
Come forward and die, fiends!
You have...
You're gonna get what's coming to you.
You don't scare me.
Come on, you wee git. I'll glass ye.
Who wants a piece of me?
It would be so nice if you weren't here.
Run along now, or
do your worst.
Why are you even trying? It hurts me just to look at you.
It hurts me just to look at you.
How can you prevail when we have...
How can...
You don't scare me.
You're going home, you niblet. Your mother's calling.
We made it. What a nightmare, eh? Come on. We've got to get to the old guild and figure a way to protect ourselves. The Adventurers Guild from back before the old town was buried is still here after all these years. Just a little filthier and liable to collapse. At least it's well hidden. No danger of another visit from the Fatherites. Come on, we're looking for a green door. Hold on, hero. You'd better touch that luckstone. Luckstones have been around since before the All War. And it's there. Now you're safe. No matter what befalls, you'll come right back to here.
Who are these jokers? Adventurers?
Bide a moment. Don't think these are any friends of ours. No, they're up to mischief. We'll have to fight them, I fear.
Kill! Kill for the masters! Lanish!
Let's get this done with. Hope you're ready to die. Something eating my head, but
Ready? Kill for the masters. What masters, I wonder?
barmy bastards! It's suicide!
Searching for us, I'll wager. We better steer clear. Maybe those rogues were carrying something to burn down these boards. What did you find on them?
Adventurers! Pluck them fire and
I want extra for this! That's done with!
Get out of my head! Exploding!
Here.
Get over there!
Give me your best shot.
Aha!
Ready to go!
Head! Explode my head! My...
That was a nasty scrap. Let's see to our wounds.
This isn't a battle, you barmy bastards! It's... I like a good fight, but this is just stupid. They'll murder us! Are you out of your ever-loving mind? We'll be butchered! What's that?
Lanish! Asgard's de run, ya cravens!
You're going down.
Coming through!
On your word.
Give me your best shot.
Ready!
Ready? Aha!
Aye!
Here. Let me just...
Tell me who to kill! Stand aside!
My mind! Get out of my...
There's another luckstone. Better safe than sorry, I always say.
You let them scatter. Now we shall have to drag them out again. The people must see what a danger these outcasts are. Find them.
We're the danger? Who set fire to the guild?
And who keeps hanging innocent folk?
More paladins. Can't let them spot us. Edge left and stick to the shadows. The Adventurers Guild is just around the corner.
You want to run? Where's the fun in that? I like a good fight, but this is just stupid. They'll murder us! What is that?
One eye, one leg, one arm.
Lanish!
Ready?
Ready to go. On the side.
Ready? Stepping by.
Ready to go. Lanish!
On your word. Pardon.
Aye.
torn apart right in front of me. I didn't know whether to shit or scream. I think I did both.
I've got a knife. I thought I could take care of myself. Not against them things.
Why is this happening to us? What's it all about?
Has anyone seen my Arthur? He's about so high. Brown hair. Arthur!
What do you want? Forgive me, my bile. It is not you who have stirred it, but these cursed clods who broke my best lute and battered me with their oafish fists. If you need an instrument, I have a few I am willing to sell. I'm trying to raise enough coin to return to the Everwood. The venture has not so far been a success.
I've got a knife. I thought I could take care of myself. Not against them things.
A mob, fevered by the Fatherites. They accused me of trying to lure some badish boy into the shadows, then set upon me with fist and boot. Had not a fellow adventurer been passing, I've no doubt I would have hung from their tree. Fortunately, a dwarf named Dalgleish saw my peril and dragged me to safety, taking many blows himself. I am in his debt.
What's it all about?
Has anyone seen my Arthur? He's about so high. Brown hair. Arthur!
Not the finest instrument.
Torn apart right in front of me. I didn't know whether to shit or scream. I think I did both.
I've got a knife. I thought I could take care of myself. Not against them things.
Why is this happening to us? What's it all about?
Has anyone seen my Arthur? He's about so high. Brown hair. Arthur!
Torn apart right in front of me.
May you have
I
better
didn't know whether to
fortune
shit
than
or
your fair
scream.
friend Mary.
I think I did both.
I've got a knife. I thought I could take care of myself. Not against them things.
Welcome, friend. I'm Reza, and this is Palafax. How can we help you? New folks arriving here every day, driven out of their homes by monsters or paladins or what have you, and they all need to eat and sleep. Oh, I haven't much, but we share what we have. If you need food, it's there. A place to lie down, the houses across the way are safe, and if you're wounded, get in that line there. We'll see to you as soon as we can. Ah, my bold, brave husband. Always manages to find trouble where no one else can. Good thing for a guard, I suppose. Not so easy on his wife, though. Well, at least we're in trouble together this time. was all chaos here when the attack started, so somebody had to organise. Me and Palafax here, my husband, we started finding blankets and food for the rest and keeping watch as best we could. Not doing too bad so far, but there's more folk coming in every day. It'll get worse before it gets better. Help out if you can. We need it.
Poor folk. If you need food and healing, see my wife here, Reza. If you need a blade or some leather on your back, see me. And if you're fit enough, we could use some help holding back the darkness, as the City Watch ain't likely to help us down here. And why shouldn't I be? Was with them for 30 years until this Henred becomes Bishop of the Fatherites. Then all of a sudden being Einar is a sin, fired for worshipping the wrong gods, took my house and tried to burn poor Reza as a witch. Spent half my life arresting the rats that lived in Skara Brae below, and now I'm down here helping them. Oh, it's a funny old world, eh?
Torn apart, right in front of me. I didn't know whether to shout or scream. I think I did both.
I've got a knife, I thought.
I've got some likely lads patrolling the camp. But what we really need is some hardy souls to go into the dark and clear some streets. Things seem to be breeding in there. Horrible things. Reza's my wife. Met her at her father's tavern. Oh, wouldn't look at me at first, but then, well, I guess she got used to me. I won't find a kinder person in all of Keith. I don't know how I got so lucky. Have a look.
Torn apart, right in front of me. I didn't know whether to shout or scream. I think I did both.
I've got a knife, I thought. I can take care of myself. Not against them things.
Thanks for looking.
Has anyone seen my Arthur? He's about so high. Brown hair. Arthur!
Do not fear me, friends. I beg you. Yes, I am a Fatherite, but I no longer take orders from Bishop Henred or any of his compatriots. It is they who are not Fatherites, for they have abandoned the Sword Father's tenets. Thus, I have broken with them and come here to this refuge to do what a priest must always do. Help the helpless and teach those who wish to learn.
I didn't know whether to shout or scream. I think I did both.
I've got a knife, I thought.
The Sword Father was a man once, a king of Lestras who valiantly drove out foreign invaders and sacrificed himself for the security of his people. Such was his honor and goodness that he became a god upon his death, and his daughter, known as the Blessed Lady, an all-merciful goddess. Together, they watch over mankind, the Father inspiring them in times of trouble, the Blessed Lady comforting them when the storm has passed.
What's it all about?
Has anyone seen
He did not seem so terrible when first he arrived. Ambitious, yes, but still compassionate and with a keen intellect that was never satisfied. Then slowly his mind became less flexible, his fears more consuming and his compassion reserved only for his own kind. Where once the temples helped all, Henred ordered that only the faithful be fed and all others be turned away. It only got worse from there, as you know, and I now fear he has lost his sanity entirely. I was reprimanded for aiding a dwarf, and when I defended myself, Henred demanded I give up my ministry. I left without looking back. But I haven't left the true church, only Henred's church, which is not and shall never be. Well, I do what I can, healing, comforting, feeding, advising. If you are sick or wounded, I will be happy to help you.
Has anyone seen my Arthur? He's about so high. Round here. Arthur!
If you seek to channel the power of your god for good works, yes, I can show you. First, however, I would ask a favour. Some of Henred's so-called paladins have looted sacred relics and are wearing them as medals, it seems. As if covering one's self in holy artifacts made one more holy. Preposterous. I know Paladin Captain Beckwith, who patrols the road near Fetter Cairn, wears one. If you could get it from him, so I may return it to its proper place, I would believe that you have the fortitude and commitment to learn what I have to teach. Bless you, friends.
Here we are. I told Orlo not to let anybody in who didn't give him the Wildland whistle. Give it a try.
Now's the perfect time. Everybody's out of their houses, left all their valuables behind.
But what about the monsters? What if we get ate?
Well, be careful, that's all. And if we're caught, well, I'm a faster than you, so that's all right.
Aye, that's no funny.
That's the tune! Welcome, friend. Hello.
One minute. I gotta make a little speech. And this time, I hope we won't be interrupted. All friends, lend me your ears a moment. Well, friends, seems the Fatherites have decided to wipe us adventurers out once and for all. Not sure if they really think we're behind all the murder and mayhem that's been plaguing Scarabray, or if they just want a scapegoat. But either way, if we ever want to live in peace again, we have to prove to those bastard sword priests that we're not the enemy. And the best way to do that is to bring them the enemy. Now, I'm sending messengers to the elves and dwarves to petition their help in this. That help, however, may be long in coming. So we need a few brave souls here and now, willing to hunt down whoever's behind this terror and deliver them to the priests. Not just to save Skara Brae, not just to save the Adventurers Guild, but to save the lives of all the elves, dwarves, trow, adventurers, outcasts, and practitioners of magic in Caith. So, any volunteers? Well, you know where I'll be when you make up your mind.
If you want something, spit it out. No time for any hemming and hawing. Not without a token, you won't. Go see the sisters if you're looking for charity. You'll get nothing from me. Aside from listening to Jackdaw and Numpties, I hire out sell swords to them that can afford it. Are you in the market? Fine. What do you want to change? Thank you kindly for your business. Now piss off.
Hello, friends. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Sir Stephen of Dengler. Can't talk long. Black Hawk and I are flying off to Lestras soon. That's right, flying. I ride on the back of a great hawk, crossing land and sea as easy as others cross the street. It's always been a dream of mine to circumnavigate the world, and I'm well on my way. Black Hawk is the name of my Black Hawk. Yes, he's a big old bird. Wings wider than the gates of Skara Brae. Have him perched on top of Kyralan's tower right now, but you can't see him. Oh no, I made him invisible so he won't scare the populace. See you soon.
Ah, another weary soul. Not many creature comforts yet here at the new guild, but Granny Goodnight and I managed to put a few kegs in a barrow as we were running out. So, how about a drink? Ah, in the old days, the guild was out in the open. A place for treasure hunters, sell swords, and practitioners to find work and tell tall tales. These days, it's the last refuge for anyone who doesn't fit into the Fatherites' narrow little world. Mages, rogues, folk of the old races. They can all have a drink and know they're not going to have any trouble. Well, they could until tonight. Aye, didn't he make it? Poor soul. Paladin got her before I could get him. No half the barkeep she was, but I'll do my best. It's no much, but... Happy drinking, friend.
Ah, adventurers. Off to do a little dungeon crawling, are you? Makes me wish I were young again. Always plenty of fun to be had in the underworld. Good luck down there.
Welcome, adventurer. We are the review board of the Adventurers Guild. Before you can be allowed to learn certain skills or follow certain paths, your progress must be reviewed to be certain that you are worthy. You will know when to return to us. We look forward to seeing you then. Farewell, adventurer.
Oh, there. I don't suppose you'd be interested in buying or selling a soul now, would you? Lar is the name. Lar of Revellon at... That's right. Usually do brisk business, but not having much luck here. Haven't made a sale in days. Everyone down here in Skara Brae below seems to have one already. Not an empty vessel among you. Up in the new city, of course, almost no one has a soul. I could make a killing up there, but it's too dangerous. What with the Fatherites running things, my sort of business is, frowned upon. Plenty of souls down here to choose from, but no one seems in a selling mood. Too busy fighting the good fight, or some such nonsense. Think I'll have to move on to some place where the people are more beset with ennui. Boredom always helps the market. Nice talking with you.
practitioner. Listen, I want you to know that though I am Roscoe, this is not the Emporium, and what I have on sale here in no way reflects the quality of the goods that I offer there. I'm only here selling this rubbish because the Emporium has been flattened by a giant and occupied by Trow. Now, how can I help you? Yes, yes, the 7th of that name, and the first, Fian helped me, to abandon the store. Even in the aftermath of Tarjan's destruction, my ancestors kept the doors open, while I'm a disgrace to the name. The rarest, most exclusive collection of magical and mystical items, elixirs and ingredients ever assembled in Skara Brae, now pounded into rubble and occupied by Trow mercenaries who are ambushing every poor practitioner who comes through the door looking for me. It is an intolerable situation. My reputation and Oh, just a moment. I don't suppose you... Oh, but of course you would. What adventurer wouldn't? Ah, well, when I escaped the Emporium, I happened to take with me a lantern of illusion. If you could drive out the Trow that currently occupy the Emporium, then set the lantern on the hook outside the door, it will make the place impossible for undesirables to find until I can return and clean it up a bit. After that, if you find yourself in need of best quality magical merchandise, why, I would gratefully sell it to you for a deep, deep discount. What do you say? Excellent. Then here is the lantern, and here is the location of the Emporium. Be careful, though. There are a lot of Trow there, and they aren't the friendly sort. Thank you for coming to... You're back. Have you driven those... If you must... Don't keep me waiting here. I can't bear it.
Ah, I knew you'd come forward, hero. Now, listen. Seems the raid on the Adventurers Guild was just one attack among many today. There's atrocities happening all over Skara Brae. And Dalgleish, Ringneck and the Green Lady, who you met during the fighting, have gone to look into some of them. I promised I'd send help if I could find any. Would you look for them and give them a hand? This is the old town, the original Skara Brae. When the mad god Tarjan attacked it with fire and storm a century and a half ago, the earth shook so the muddy hills around the town flowed down and buried it to the gables. Ever since, the poor and outcast and outlaw have been digging it out again, little by little, making a home in the dark. Now, there's not much more to tell. I can never remember any details of where or how. I just know the troubles we're having now will end when you end them. And somehow, you'll end me too. I only wish I knew why. The Fatherites claim that elves, dwarves, drow, and those who practice magic or follow the old ways are enemies of their faith. But until all this magical mayhem started, the most they would do was preach against us. Now it seems they want to wipe us out, as if that would make them safe. It isn't us behind this terror. Ha! Ringneck's a collector, I'll call him. Likes shiny things. He was looking into a kidnapping in Wellbottom, the trow camp here in Skara Brae below. I'd look for him first, as Wellbottom's nearby. Then he can help you find the others. Dalgleish is a dwarf smith and a long-time protector of Skara Brae. Someone's been attacking his clients, and he fears it's because he's investigating these terrors. He was off just before the raid to lie in wait for the devils at a client's stall in Skara Brae above. She's an elf who dedicated herself to caring for the poorest in Skara Brae. She'd heard some rumours of elves luring children away from their families, like in the old tales. She went above ground to learn the truth of it. If you need some kit, peek in those crates. Won't do to go around defenceless in days like these.
A summer's day in Skara Brae became a wintry night, Foes from below, blood on the snow, bright crimson on white. A madman's story of ancient glory brought death from far away. For eldritch power did Mangar scour the depths of Skara Brae. Snow in summer, ice in my heart, death's cold fingers tear us apart. Snow in summer, ice in my heart, death's cold fingers